Welcome to episode number 125 of The Closing Table with Lawyers Title. I'm your host, Tamera Gaede, and today's guest is going to talk about how lifestyle and luxury come together on the water right after this.
Gather round the table, pull up a chair. Real talk, real growth, we're taking you there. From the first handshake to the final key. The wisdom you need to set your business free. It's the closing table with Lawyers Title. Tamera Gaede, she's your main arrival. Yeah, Tamera Gaede makes the vision clear. With Lawyers Title, your best years here.
Welcome back to episode number 125. Again, I'm your host, Tamera Gaede. I'm excited today to have a returning guest, Chris Wallace. He's the owner-operator of Freedom Boat Club, in which I've been a member. I think this is my fifth year.
Fifth? Yeah.
I think it's my fifth year. And so I wanted to talk about how fun Freedom Boat Club is and how easy they make it to get on and off the water and have a great day on the lake. So welcome back to the show.
Hey, thank you so much.
My actual title, AI created my title. It's the VIP Water Lifestyle, Luxury Without Ownership.
I love it. That's a mouthful,
Isn't that
but I
good?
love it.
But it's good,
It's
right?
great. It's right to the point.
Luxury without ownership.
I need to get AI to write that into an elevator pitch for me.
You can steal it.
I'm going to steal
Yep.
it. I'm going to go ahead and steal it.
Okay,
then.
you can steal that.
Thank you.
But I'm excited to talk about what's going on with Freedom Boat Club
Yeah.
today and tell the audience how they can look at becoming a member. So, okay, so for someone who's never heard of Freedom Boat Club,
Yeah.
which I've explained it to several people before,
Of course.
very curious about it, how would you describe the experience, not just the service?
So the experience is the experience of owning a boat without having to own the boat, right?
So nice.
You walk
So
down there.
nice.
The boat is cleaned. It's maintained by us, ready with all the toys that you'd want on your adventure out on the water. You take the keys, and you know this, Tamera. You go and enjoy your entire day out there. When you get done, throw us the keys and call it a day.
And it's not even just that. The dock guys help you load, and you just drag your stuff down in a wagon,
Yep.
and like 3 or 4 dock guys will come around, help you get settled in the boat, help you load all your stuff so you don't have to worry about it. Like it's concierge service when you get on the
Definitely.
water.
No, start to finish, we want to make sure all of our members feel like they've got a red carpet experience.
Okay, so what I want to kind of dive into a little bit, because people are really curious what it looks like from inquiring about the boat club to first day on the water. So
Yeah.
can you walk us through what that looks like?
Absolutely. So we'll make sure to include the sales number right here, but you can go to freedomboatclub.com, take a look at their search feature and type in a place you want to go, place you're thinking about moving to, a place that you're about to move to, all that good stuff. Type it into freedomboatclub.com. It'll literally show you the 5 nearest clubs to your current location, gives you an opportunity to reach out to those clubs, or like I said, we'll leave the direct number here.
Well, before you go on for answering the question, there's over 350 reciprocal boat locations.
Over 400.
Oh, it's over 400
Yeah,
now.
oh, yeah.
Nationwide and internationally.
Exactly.
There's a couple in like Italy or something.
Spain. We've got some in the UK, France, and then let's see, we've got one in Australia and a few more on the way.
Okay, so there's 2 locations at DFW that you guys have. Well, they're the only 2 locations. So we've got Lake Lewisville and Lake Texoma.
Yes, ma'am.
Which I'm really partial to Lake Texoma. Just you get to pull up onto the islands and dock, and I mean Texoma Throwdown.
Oh yeah,
my God! You shouldn't let members take boats on Texoma Throwdown.
We shouldn't.
It is insane.
It's a big event up there. They do it
I've
up
literally not been that nauseous on the lake because all the boats in there just racing and all the water. If you're around it, we were at starting line.
Really,
like a couple
and
of
you
years
still
ago.
got rocked. Oh,
we got our butts handed to us.
Absolutely.
Anyway, but also you can hop through the docks and all of that. And high port, I always say high port is a high point.
So high High Port Marina. You got me all mixed up
I know,
now too.
I
No,
always say it wrong.
High
But that
Port
one
Marina
has a great restaurant.
They've got
where
a
you
great
can hang
restaurant
out.
there. The marina that we're at, Grand Pappy Point Marina, they have a
Yes,
great restaurant.
They have a great
at the top.
restaurant too.
They do a good job. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do on that side of the lake specifically.
Yeah,
it's a fun one.
Well, and also I'm about equal. It's a little closer to me for Lake Lewisville,
Sure.
but where I live, it's easy for me to get to Texoma, and it's a pretty drive.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not the question. Okay, so they call, they're interested.
Yes.
Let's talk about what it takes to get on the boat.
Yeah. So really all it takes is, having a conversation with our salesperson. They'll walk you through the benefits to membership, like you mentioned, being able to access all 400 locations across the world.
I'm booking boat when I go to San Diego in July for Inman.
Absolutely.
There's 2 docks in San Diego.
There's 5.
There's
in San
there's
Diego.
5?
5 in San Diego.
Okay, well, there's literally one that's like I can walk to it from I can see it from my hotel room.
I mean, and that's kind of the joy of freedom, right?
Yeah.
So, they walk them through the benefits. They go over the different membership options that might work for them. You've got some families that are more geared toward the weekends. We've got a weekday option.
Yep.
We've got an option with our surf boats, which is wildly popular. And then, of course, you've got the option, if you're not entirely sure, we've got a light program that's kind of like a beginner's,
okay. I
just
didn't know
seeing, if you're into it, seeing how much you're going to use it. It's a really good program, especially for people that have been curious for a while.
Okay, so there's the different membership programs, and then what do they have to do in order to get on a boat?
Yeah. Once you finish up with the agreement and pay your initial fee, you go through the training, which is about a 7-hour online course with the Texas Park and Wildlife, and then some instructional videos. And finally, you get a one-on-one session with our Coast Guard captains. Take you out for about 3-4 hours, make sure, you're practicing all the skills, the maneuvers, you're aware of where all the safety equipment's located, just making sure you know how to maintain and safely operate the boat.
I think it's anchoring the boat and pulling
Yes.
it in and out of the dock that are the,
Yeah.
the first outing on the lake for the summer. I'm like, okay, be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Well, and you took out that row of docks
Yes.
that were sandwiched in, and thank you.
Yes, we had
Thank you
to.
for relocating those.
Well, here's the thing.
They don't know what I'm talking about, but there were some modifications to the lake after a huge hailstorm on Lake Lewisville that knocked out a ton of docks. It was a pretty substantial amount of damage.
Super substantial, yeah.
So there's been rebuilding. That 2 years ago, I think, was
Yeah.
when that happened.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, when they rebuilt the docks, they put 2 like right next to each other. And there wasn't. I mean, you have to be a little bit more skilled to pull the boat in and out of those docks.
It got particularly bad in the spring right now in the fall because you'd get these winds that would come in from the north, and all of a sudden you get one nasty wind coming in and you're 6 feet off and you're hitting the dock behind it. I was a big advocate for moving that dock the moment that I backed into.
That's what it took. It didn't happen when I accidentally.
No. We thought Tamera.
I had a heart attack too. I was like, damn it, move this thing.
Yeah, it happens to pretty much everyone that's worked on our dock long enough. You bump into something, you hit something. It's a rite of passage.
It's not like driving a car. It's very, very different from driving a car, and there's no lanes or stop signs or
brakes.
You just go.
You're going, and when you got to stop, you got to hit it in reverse.
Anyway, okay, so we did kind of talk about what it looks like when they arrive. So you pull up to the dock. You better have a wagon. You load all your stuff.
Yep.
And again, I always take care of the dock guys because they're out there sweating in the middle of the summer helping everybody. But there's supplies like life jackets. And do you still do the bodyboards or
tubes, surfboards,
yes, all the tubes, all of that kind of stuff? Not the lily pads. Y'all gave up on the lily pads, I think.
We did, yeah.
It made sense. They were getting torn apart too quick.
They get nasty too quick, and they are not cheap.
No, they are not cheap.
No, but the equipment that we have kept, we definitely in the last couple of years decided to kind of up our game a little bit and get some nicer, newer equipment.
Good. I haven't used any of it in a while because we're expert floaters.
That's right. No, Tamera comes prepared. She's got 2 wagons. She's got the side Gatorade for my staff.
That's right.
She pulls out every time. Tamera comes prepared.
That's right. Well, and if something, I think another important thing is something's going on in the lake that I can call the dock, and I will have help there to come and you guys come out to where I am on the lake and help me solve whatever the problem is. So I really appreciate that too.
Definitely.
What is the moment when you're working through them on the membership process where people say, okay, this is worth it?
I would say the moment that training clicks for people. A lot of times you see it, when they're out on the water with, our Coast Guard captain. Sometimes it's maybe their first outing, but like the moment someone gets comfortable behind the wheel, that's when it just really clicks. And we do unlimited free training for all of our members. So if you're rusty, if you've had like you said, it's been about 6-8 months that you've been on a boat and you're not sure what is forward or reverse, you can always redo the training, which is a huge help to getting people confident behind the water.
Well, and the different kinds of waters require different kinds of maneuvering and skill. Lake Texoma is very different from Lake Lewisville, and then going out, for example, on the bay in San Diego, I'm sure is going to be a whole different. I don't know where you anchor out there, but anyway, you can't get in the water; it's too cold. But anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, okay. So, do you see a lot of members coming from traditional boat owners?
Yes.
That want to give up their boats?
Definitely. I'd say, it's a good mix of people that have been owning boats for years that are over that lifestyle of having to trailer it, having to clean it, having to wipe it down. What do you do with the kids while you're taking it off the trailer?
Marina costs are outrageous these days.
Exactly.
Gas. Well, I still pay for fuel.
Yes.
It's not called gas.
Yeah.
That's
fuel, gas. We know what we're talking about.
You say gas?
I say gas.
I thought it was fuel. Anything big and, not a car. Anyway, so we do pay for fuel costs. We do pay for our membership. But other than that, everything else is covered. So it's really, I watch all of these boat owners pulling their boats out of the lake and then having to mess with all the stuff once they get it on the trailer. And I'm just walking straight to my car. I mean, see you later.
It's exactly it. You don't have to worry about any of those additional costs. Don't have to worry about really anything. We take care of it all, start to finish.
So what is the real cost is there something people aren't thinking about when they're looking at a membership versus buying a boat?
Definitely. I hear this all the time. People are just like, well, I can get a boat for that much. And, you start digging into it. It's, you ask the question. So what kind of boat are you looking at? Well, I'm looking at this boat from 1997. I'm like, okay. And they're like, but it's only got 20 hours on it. I'm like, there might be reasons for that. It might have sat in this guy's garage for 30 years. You might be getting the deal of a lifetime on Facebook Marketplace, but all of a sudden that engine blows out and you're, first week into the season, what do you do? I think there's
such a bummer.
And there's those hidden costs, right? But I think the things that people often don't think about or maybe underestimate, insurance, outfitting with all the right safety, items.
You can't be messing around with that stuff. If you get pulled over on the lake, you have to be prepared with life vests, the right number, and all of that kind of stuff. You'll get in trouble. Anyway,
no, I mean,
God forbid you're drinking.
Exactly. Yeah. No. But those are really the stuff that people don't necessarily think about, or they're like, oh, insurance will be $20 a month. On
it's
a boat.
Insurance is $20 a month anymore.
Yeah, no, in no world are you getting boat insurance for 20. So between all that, when someone says, "Oh, I can find a boat cheaper than your membership," I usually ask to see the picture. It's usually interesting what they've
It'd
got
be
pulled up.
interesting if you did a side by side, like membership versus like three
boat.
different kinds of boats, and what
For
it
sure.
marina versus no marina, and all trailering and storage.
And we've got all that information.
You do?
Yeah, we've got it handy. So when you reach out to our sales associate, they'll be able to walk you through some of the different specific costs. But yeah, it works out.
Overall, I mean, look, you're either paying for a boat or you're paying for the membership.
Yes.
And, you know, people say, well, I just wrote the check for the boat. I paid it off. I'm done. It over time, they add up to be probably the same, or do I save money through my membership?
You definitely save money through your membership. Yeah, I would say, you know, they pay the boat. First of all, the boat payment is just about as much as a membership.
Yeah.
But then it's all the extra stuff.
Once the warranty goes.
Yeah, the warranty's gone. You've got, you know, mechanical issues, and you know, if your boat breaks down, you got to go through the insurance company, or you got to go through the manufacturer, which you know, we do for you.
Yeah, we had a conversation. I think it was last year, because I had a little minor scuffle on the lake.
Just a little minor one.
The wind caught me.
Yep.
And I called you, and I was like, I was in such a panic, and I felt horrible. And I was like, because I've never had a little fender bender on the lake. I had a perfect boating record until, and I think the dock, little ding, and the one on the lake both happened in the same year, which we're going to make sure we don't do that again.
It's okay.
But I called you in a panic, and you were super calm, and you were super nice about it. And you asked me if everybody was okay.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, what does our boat look like? What does the other boat look like? The other owner was super nice. He already had dings all over his boat.
Sure.
He was like, don't even worry about it. But and lake people are exceptionally nice people, for the most part.
For the most part.
And I just really appreciated how you walked me through how we were going to resolve the issue.
Definitely.
And I pay to buy down on my deductible to zero, so I don't have to worry about paying out cost if something were to happen.
Right.
But you were like, you looked at it, no big deal, Tamera, it's okay. I promise. I felt bad for like 2 days afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. You sent me a text. You're like, sorry again.
I still feel so bad.
No, not
but
at all.
I'm sure I am not your worst member. As far as accidents are concerned.
Oh, no.
Can you tell us about some of your doozies?
Oh, man.
Like some of the worst boating accidents. As long as the people are okay. I'm not trying to talk about people that got hurt.
Fortunately for us, you know, we have not had anyone get injured on our boat.
Nice.
Knock on wood.
And I think that's a testament to the training.
Definitely. Testament to the training. And, you know, we do take safety seriously. If we see someone that's, you know, the boat's going and they're sitting on the back and, you know, being reckless, we'll definitely call them and say something. And yeah, we try and make sure that everyone stays safe on the boat. But, you know, the biggest thing is when someone calls and they have an accident like you, first question we always ask and make sure, is everyone okay? And then, you know, from there, we kind of go through procedures of, okay, do we call the Coast Guard? Like, does an ambulance need to be out there? Are they stuck in the mud? Do we need to tow them out? I mean, we've had people that have full on beached the boat, like the whole thing's up in the sand. We've had people. Oh yeah,
you're not supposed to do that.
No, you're not.
How do you even do that?
I was impressed. This one guy. Yeah, it was about as beached as I've seen. Where like,
is it Texoma or Lewisville?
Lewisville.
How in the world? Like, you guys just started getting outboard motorboats, what, a few years?
And a half ago, yeah.
So all of them were inboards, which means you can't, I mean, you need to kind of, I think you tell us, what, 10 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet of water?
10 feet of water,
I don't ever get that close, but unless something's going on.
Of course.
But, no, oh my God. Yeah. I don't even know how you would get
I didn't either. And, you know, it's just that situation where he was okay. Like, we took him back. We walked through what happened. And, you know, fortunately, there is insurance that comes with your membership. So, like, you have the deductible buy down, which is awesome. I recommend it for anyone. But, you know, the insurance that already comes with it comes with a deductible, and then the rest is covered by insurance. So,
didn't you have a guy that ran over a stump and ripped out the middle of the boat?
That was so. I'll never
Like, you
forget.
drove over.
Yes,
Tree stumps, you have
yeah.
to be very careful
really,
of.
really cognizant of tree stumps out on Lewisville. We try our best to put like areas that they're
You block them
likely
off.
to
You're not
be,
allowed to go. Yeah.
But stuff happens. I mean, especially
I would
this
die.
time of year.
I would die.
Oh my God.
I would die.
This particular one that you're talking about was in my first year, and I was still learning a lot, and I didn't really know what I was looking at. And so one of the surf boats, I had a member call in just saying that like, oh, it's having trouble steering and like whatnot. And I'm like, okay, we'll go check it out. We went, towed him back, he couldn't drive it. We put it up on a lift, and there is a like 1.5-inch copper rudder that sticks straight down from the boat.
Okay.
It broke off, like snapped like a twig off. And like, I remember being like, that there needs to be something there. This
Right.
This
It's not supposed to look like that.
It took me a second, and I'm like, oh, where's the rudder? And he could have sworn, he's like, I was just putzing along, and all of a sudden something hit it. And I'm like, okay.
You weren't doing something right. But didn't this, I want to be careful because I don't want to get you in trouble, but I think this particular member had a few accidents.
Not this one.
Okay, there was another one.
No. I mean,
there's been a couple where it's like, I don't think we're going to renew your membership.
we've had to unfortunately do that once or twice. But
If you want me to cut this part out, I can.
No. I think as long as we keep it anonymous, we're in good shape.
Okay,
and it's all. No one got hurt. It's all good fun. We're talking about boat safety, right? This guy was just his family. We've definitely had one where via the training, she drove up onto the like walkway.
What?
Yeah, so she
Wait a
like
minute. How do you?
how do you do that?
Yeah, how do you? I don't even know how you do that.
Well, during the docking, she was supposed to, like, you go forward, you pull into the slip, and then you put it in neutral, put it in reverse to slow down and stop it. I guess she got scared, panicked, threw the throttle on, and just up on the concrete.
God, it went up on
the concrete.
That's some power. Like, that's really going the wrong direction and vigorously.
Yep. Yeah. No, she was really going for it that day.
She was really going for it that day.
She was having a time.
And the dock guys are like, you have to understand, like it's a good sized dock out there.
Oh yeah.
And there's tables set up and chairs for you guys to work or do whatever.
Absolutely.
I mean, people have laptops out and iPad, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, oh.
The biggest things I see on the lake are people that are just making simple mistakes, right? They have a number one thing that happens. They have a tube. The rope gets caught up in the prop.
I can see that.
And just, it happens, right? You turn around to get the kids, you forget the rope's there, it gets sucked up.
We've lost an anchor. I had one friend who thought she knew what she's doing. I'm not going to say her name. And she didn't have the, I mean, by the way, there's like, I don't know, several hundred feet of rope for these anchors.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anyone throw an anchor out so far trying to get, and I'm like, it's like a mile between us and the anchor. And it's not secured to the boat, which now I make sure that, and so, I mean, she threw it, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, we don't need to throw an anchor out that far.
Sounds like we need to rewatch the anchoring procedures before we get out this year.
And then bloop, it like went right out of her hands. And I was like, calling Chris going, I need another anchor.
I will tell you, one of the most nerve-wracking moments was when I took my fiance and her family out on the lake in Austin. And
Lake Travis?
Lake Travis.
Yeah, I love Lake Travis.
There's
Great
beautiful
lake.
locations down there. And we go out and I set the anchor. We swim around, have a good time. I go up to try and pull the anchor. That thing is stuck. I mean, stuck like someone poured concrete on it.
That's happened a couple of times at Texoma. I got worried.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I'm sitting there not really knowing my fiance's parents, not really knowing her friends that are on this trip.
I can do it, I promise.
This is my job, and I can't get an anchor out.
And you have to explain, like, Travis, that we're talking about 80 feet down and pure rock at the bottom.
Just rocks. All it takes is like one big wave comes in, shifts a rock over. But that's why it's important, if you travel with Freedom Boat Club, check in with your club that you're going to visit. They may have special procedures. They may have stuff you got to learn before you take a boat out with them.
So are we diving down to get the anchor? Is that what happened?
No, I cut it loose and I was just...
Cut it loose. That's probably the better answer.
You just cut it loose and had to do one of these on the way out of there. But it's happened to everyone.
Yeah. I've only lost one anchor. I talked to Sue because Lake Texoma, you can, like I said, dock on the islands. I told her I want a sand anchor.
Yeah.
The front and the back anchor to really secure the boat because the wind kind of gets going out there. Mm-hmm. I like that sand anchor, and then you can feel really good about.
Feel much better.
Yeah, we've gotten a little creative tying the boat up. I'm not. Nothing bad, but kind of weird.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
We take the anchor and tie it around a tree.
Yes.
And get it to stick.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get that thing to set.
Like I've taken Allison out there, and I swear to God, on Lake Lewisville, we've thrown the anchor like 20 times, and she's like, "Aunt Tamera, this isn't fun." I'm like, we're gonna get there, I promise.
I promise.
We've never given up.
It's a workout.
Finally. But you got to. I think the important part, and this would be a good tidbit for members, is to get both couple, like the husband and wife, trained, because
100%.
you really need a good first mate out on the lake. You can't operate the boat, throw the anchor, deal with all that one person.
No.
And so whenever I have a friend, Keith Roselberger, he's pretty much an expert. And this is another one you're going to have to stick your ears in for. It's been really windy on Lake Lewisville. It kind of freaked me out, and I made him drive.
Yep.
Because he's a more expert boat driver than I am. I know that's against the rules, but I also care more about safety than breaking the rules.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he is an excellent first mate, and that's a really important thing. But
I'm with you. I mean, everyone that joins needs to have husband and wife drive.
I'm not married, so I get my gay friend.
Of course, absolutely. Get your friends to help you.
Yeah.
We'll add them as drivers, but it's always important to have someone else that knows what they're doing out on the water, because you never know what's going to happen.
Driver. Yeah, and I think I have the most fun on the lake when we're all safe.
Yes.
That is when I have the most fun. I don't drink on the lake. I may have a couple of high noons or something, but that's about, I don't know how many of those it takes to affect you, so I don't worry about that. But I won't even have if I were in the afternoon segment of the reservation, then maybe about 4:00 I'll have something, but we've gotten through the bulk of the day because having everybody safe, coming to and from the lake safely is of most importance, and that's when you relax and you really feel good about what you're doing and have fun.
Definitely. Well, and I mean, you feel safe being confident and going through all the different maneuvers and making sure you're staying safe distances, and the education piece is huge from that standpoint.
Well, and tell everybody what kind of boats we have.
Yeah. We've actually got some coming in this week, which is exciting. I know.
I'm excited. New boats every year.
New boats every year. And we try to vary it up a little bit and have some diversity in the fleet, because one of the advantages of going with Freedom is you can, have a tri-tune in the morning, a speedboat in the afternoon, and go out fishing the next day. I mean,
the versatility in the boats is important.
It is.
The Sea Rays and the Bayliners are my favorite. Definitely. I prefer the Sea Rays, but
I like the Sea Rays too. In the spring, it's always tough because when the water gets choppy, those Sea Rays get beat up. But the Bayliners are great. We've got a couple Harris boats that are coming in this week.
The tri-tunes.
We're really excited about those tri-tunes.
Those are great when you have a big group that you want to bring out.
Yeah.
I take the Lawyers Title Frisco staff out every year. Yep. You know about that.
Oh, yeah.
And I always need a tri-tune for those crazy kids.
Absolutely. And they enjoy it. But the tri-tunes are probably one of our favorite, most versatile boats. You could fish off of them. You can have kids too behind
There's dog-friendly ones like the tri-tune. They're all dog friendly.
Yeah.
I didn't
all the tri-tunes are dog friendly, and all the outboards are
that's right,
dog friendly. But we've got a couple new boats to the lineup this year. We've got a Sea Pro, which is going to be really awesome if you like to fish. Heading out in the morning, that'll be a great boat for Lake Lewisville. And then we've got a couple of like I said, new tri-tunes coming in, a couple new surf boats that we're about to get in. And then We've got more Regals. I know you liked the Regal.
Yeah, I like the Regals too.
So we got
the
more
only thing
coming
with the
in.
Regal, they need power steering.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, you need some arm muscles.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But they're slick looking. They're slick.
Nice. They're couches on the lake.
Yes,
they're nice
they are.
And plush. What is it? Luxury meets
luxury without ownership.
Got it.
So the VIP water lifestyle. Are you talking about
Yes.
our
Oh,
title?
yeah.
Yeah. Luxury without ownership.
Luxury without ownership. It is luxurious.
Yeah, they're real nice.
Yeah. So those Regals we were really happy with. Gosh, what else?
Anything for Texoma, or are we keeping the boat?
So we've got.
Are you expanding the boat?
Yes. So we've got a kind of dual purpose fishing boat that we're going to be sending up there. Looking for that here in the next couple weeks, definitely before we get to Memorial Day.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any like new types of boats. We've got a Crestliner, which is kind of a hybrid between a fishing boat and like a multi-purpose. It's got like a little stand on the back so you can tow kids around.
Okay.
So,
Well, it's definitely a comprehensive list. Anything you want to leave the audience with?
Biggest thing for us is definitely go out, visit your local waterways, see what they have as in terms of training and education. And obviously Freedom Boat Club is a huge resource for that. But wherever you're going to enjoy the water this summer, I encourage everyone to stay safe, stay educated. And if you're in the market for maybe buying a boat, maybe think twice and come visit us at Freedom Boat Club.
That's right. And you do have membership events for new members.
Absolutely.
Do they go to the website to find out when the next one is?
Yeah, so you know what? If you reach out to our local sales guy here in DFW,
what's his name
is Colin Walker.
And what's his Colin?
Colin
Walker. Freedom Boat Club. Do you know his phone number?
I've got
is it 972-532-1901? That's the number I have from the last podcast.
1901. Yes, that is the sales number.
Or you can go to freedomboatclub.com.
Yes, to inquire about membership. And we do have a landing page with all of our events and upcoming stuff. So
okay. Well, thank you so much for coming back today. It's always good to see your face.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You're getting married on May 2nd. That's a big deal.
It's coming up.
So very exciting. A lot of stuff going on. Congratulations to you and Sue. And I'm a very pleased member with Freedom Boat Club. Can't wait to get out on the lake this summer. So let's just pray it doesn't rain all of May, so it's not June like it was last year. Do you remember?
Fingers crossed.
Texoma being completely red?
Yeah.
And like flooded, and you couldn't go out there till June? I was like, Lord, when do we get to have summer? Anyway, so we're going to have an early boating season this year. We're going to have a blessed boating season this year.
That's right.
So, guys, my big takeaways from today are let's take a serious look at traditional boat ownership versus Freedom Boat Club. If you want a luxury concierge boating experience on the lake, definitely need to reach out to freedomboatclub.com. That's a wrap on episode number 125. Again, I'm your host, Tamera Gaede. If you like my content, you're really going to love my escrow team. Give me an opportunity to reach out to you about your title needs and make it a great day.
Gather round the table, pull up a chair.